This is Sovereign Syndicate. Oh. Atticus Daly. Chapter 1, Beggar's Lane. Follow Atticus Daly as he explores the seedy underbelly of London's East Docklands in search of his mother, a reason for living, and his next fix. This guy? Atticus is a prisoner of the voices in his mind, giving in to his vices, surrendering to base urges, and being forced to reflect on a life gone wrong. Which voice speaks the loudest? That one. Oh. Oh. Hi, Pella. Blaming his fiery temper on his minotaur, Bloody embraces intimidation in combat. Grew up in a crowded orphanage, using illusory magic to disguise himself as a human. No, I want to be this guy. He's so cool looking. I want to be the fiery guy. Rationality suits him in a world that is unforgiving. He meets challenges with silver tongue and understands basic machinery. Oh, snap. Probably has a lot of words to read. Hell yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. An animal instinct is the sum of your gut feelings, urges to indulge, and efforts to survive. Mayhem, brawling, and blackout gin binges. Damn the consequences of... Oh my god, there's so much in here. It's okay. I only learned how to read last week, and I'm making it happen. This is the Pella game. Hell yeah, dude. Pella Moore, who's in the chat here, and who is one of my favorite, I should say, like, favorite people I've met in person. I've got a great squad. One of my faves. Out of all my Twitch friends I got to meet. Blaming his fiery temper on his minotaur, Bloody embraces intimidation in combat, swearing his... Oh, right, that's that. Okay. So there's just so much to read. There's so much to look at. I've never played a game that's like this in depth, so I'm actually very curious. Yo, let's go. Pella's an absolute sweetheart for sure. Literally. I'm gonna be a tough guy. Let's be real. Just very grateful for your friendship. Grateful to see you come out with a project, you know, to work on something, and you know, that's so sweet. Oh, there was an Oscar Wilde quote. I didn't get to read it though. A dark shape looms over you. Against the guttering lamplight, the black shadowed form hovers unsteadily like a cutout in a magical lantern. You can't be sure whether it's a real living thing or another grim manifestation from your week-long bender, which at first blush you appear to have survived. Or is it the face of death come to claim you? In any case, the specter seems to be in no hurry to move along. Painful memories prick your gin-addled brain. Now you recall why you're here. You chose this alleyway in London's East End to drown the last of your days in drink. Well, if this apparition isn't the angel of death, then even at suicide you have failed. Oh, we love you too, dude. Grateful to be your friend. Atticus, he's coming. Wake up. Get out of my head, you old crone. Atticus Daly. Nothing but a dark silhouette for a face. No, it's not a no, it's a mask. Oh, wait, here. I'm gonna move my guy. Maybe here. Nothing but a dark silhouette for a face. No, it's a mask. His voice is cold and mechanical, like the hinges of a heavy iron door, concealing his identity, no doubt. Oh, cool. Likely skill check. Try to speak. Oh! Failure. 4 of Cups. Trying to speak, my throat just catches on dry breath. Instead of a response, he proffers me a tin-stippled flask. He proffers me. Ah. Oh, this is very nice. That's so cool that it does that. A small kindness. I'd been hoping for the hair of the dog, but alas, it's the only caloric bite of London tap water. It's only the caloric bite, excuse me. Better than a parched mouth, and at least a bit restorative. Stowing the flask, the stranger leans back into the dim light of the gas lamps. I can finally see his features in full. Wow. He wears a brass-buttoned traveling waistcoat, complete with a scarlet hood and a mask of ornate gold panels. It glitters in the gaslight, delicately crafted. Finery like I've never seen. On your feet now, you sorry sight. That's me. Dizzy from the head rush. It's hard to keep my balance. Who are you and what do you want with me? I need a moment to get my bearings. Narcotis, this is called, why am I blanking right now? Sovereign Syndicate. And, my good friend Pella in the chat did some writing for this game. But it just came out a couple days ago. Who are you and what do you want with me? A friend in need of your services. A friend, but a man of his station so deep in the docklands spells trouble. I need a moment. Misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows. Fair enough, but I'll be watching. That stranger pulls back his waistcoat, showing off a gilded flintlock pistol. Oh shit! Over the years, many a minge bag have come to collect. This barmy naff is no different. A despicable person. Love it when homies are making stuff? Hell yeah, dude. So many, oh, the masked stranger. So many outstanding debts and foregone second chances. Is it all catching up to me? He can try like all the, oh, weary or worse, no matter, let it be tonight then. Temperament is a representation of your character's mental state, progressing from desperate, weary, content, optimistic to hopeful. Your choices can change your character's temperament. Certain dialogue choices are only available based on your temperament. Oh. I actually did very little writing for this chapter, but I appreciate all the love. Dude, no worries. You'll have to point out when your stuff comes up, though. Very excited to see that. Come now. Surely things aren't so dire. It's up to me seeing every impulse in an outcome, snuffing out the pleasures of life should I so desire. Starts chapter 2? Hell yeah. What I need is peace and quiet. Can't hardly focus on pleasure in such a state. There are far too many voices. That's right. One black bile. You might escape that stranger behind that padlocked door. The voices, on the other hand, are another matter entirely. Whoa. Oh. Illustrated London News. Fleet-footed journalist takes to the East End, underground undercover. The hard-boiled scoop on the courtesan killer. Who's really behind the murders, and what is Scotland Yard still hiding from the public? Read on for the gory details. This story will boil your blood. And there was, when you choose one voice over another, this changes the balance of your humors. Oh, over time, these voices become stronger. Hazards of the job, I suppose. But it's a shame. No one deserves to die like that. Maybe not, but they know the risks. The East End is an unforgiving place. Oh. No one deserves to die like that. That's true, and I've kept their company before. It could have been an acquaintance of mine. One phlegm? Ariana? Who? It's entirely possible. Dolly's being hunted. It is rather curious. What does that mean? Oh. Oh, prostitutes being hunted. Investigate. Courtesan killer. I'm no police special, but I'll see what I can find. Investigator. Explore the world around you to discover helpful items. Press and hold the highlight hotspots button, tab by default to highlight areas of interest. An evening cane concealing a steel blade in a cherrywood sheath. Below the brass figurehead is a band of crushed velvet. Battle scarred with a well-worn handle. And suitable in aristocratic circles. Take it with me. Hey. Task updated. Cane sword added to inventory. I should really keep better track of my belongings, even on a gin bender. I got an email back, by the way, saying my keybind bug will be fixed next patch. Nice. An evening cane concealing a steel blade and chair. Right, okay. So I just have a menu. That's nice. The masked stranger waits for me at the end of Beggar's Lane, or I could try to escape through the sewers. Try to mind. Okay. They're very responsive. Heck yeah. This is so neat. Genevieve, Rotka, and dry gin bottles are strewn about. Those are remembrance of a day drowned in sorrow. It feels like ages ago. Looks to me like a day well spent. That's right, baby. It's a deal of liquor, but a minotaur takes double to ride the same carriage. Speaking of which, let's see if there's more. I think I've had enough. Should be smart. Probably for the best. Should probably be smart about it. Can you run? Just a little, I can waddle a little bit. Oh, a missing poster. Julie and Bertram O'Brien, orphans missing from the Sacred Heart Orphanage. Small reward furnished upon any information leading to their safe return. Please have a heart for our poor children. What's it going to do to me? What's it got to do with me now? When a tragedy strikes, the ripples are far-reaching. Our brother and sister gone missing from where I was brought up. Being an orphan myself, should I be the one to investigate? There are unsettled spirits in the docklands, and like it or not, I play a part in their pageantry. Hopefully not as some marionette with strings to pull for their amusement. Should have added a swift, by the way, Pellamore last name is the best to the feedback. I don't want them to know my online name. Yeah, keep it a secret. Respect Pella's space. Then I should leave no cobble unturned. Let's add it to the list. Something's not right here, and orphans in the dockland need all the help they can get. Okay, I've got a couple of things now. I want to talk to the vagrants. 3 rootless souls taking their ease in the heat of a steam vent. One of the few free comforts to be had in old London town. This one is Poe Pickett. Drifts around the city so much it's hard to not know him. Might not remember me, though. Balderdam, Dash, the landlord, bloody meter refuses to fix the heat in my abode. Them mutton shunters cast me out in the bricks like ficking an ant out of a sleeve. Mutton shunters. Yo, that's what we're calling them from now on. The mutton shunters. The unfortunate's companions huddle for warmth, their tattered garments splashed with ale stains. These men are dusty, perpetually so. Not that I miss the old quarters, no. With the endless boiler doubt, troubles 'twas not much warmer in there than out here. You'll learn some great names for cops from this? Hell yeah. He looks at me askance. Wager his mood still needs thawing. Oi, Horns, if you're not handing out hot meals, bugger off. Talking takes thinking, and I ain't got a lot of that to spare in case you didn't notice. Sorry, brother. Let's see. He do be running, that's very cute. A slated wooden basket made from hazel cuttings. Willow branches weave around the bottom for support. Why am I here looking at a basket? Lean in. Let's have a look. White strips of flesh swimming in a pool of decomposition. Kippered herring? Yeah, give me that. Whoa. To make a skill check, you will draw a card from one of the 4 minor arcana decks. Each deck contains a card that's numbered from 1 to 14. Also contain the world, which will always succeed a skill check. Okay. Failure. 5 of cups. Knocked back to my hunches, there's a lingering rotten meat stench in my mouth. No! Gulping at the cool air, I find my footing well away from that rancid basket. Oops. I got hurted. I got hoited. Padlock door. That door doesn't do anything. Palladium. Last night's hard to recall. Bodily aches suggest they threw me out around closing time. Oh, this is the bar. Gears and Cogs. Wait, I called Mario Mr. Gears and Cogs. Mechanical odds and ends shimmering in the gaslight. Gather them. Might prove useful. Mario is Mr. Gears and Cogs, if I recall correctly. Containment fence. Holy cannoli. Military grade reinforced with barbed wire. The sign reads Werewolf Containment Zone in a luminescent paint. Electric bolts arc between the fence posts, the smoky ozone scent flooding your nostrils. The moon won't be full for another 2 nights. Might be safer inside instead of at the whim of the stranger in his brocade waistcoat. No harm in a look. Oh, come on. We just keep getting hurt, dude. Can't make heads or tails of this in the dark. Besides, I'm no engineer. No time for this now. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's keep looking around. I got some stuff going on in here, I think. No. Okay, nothing new. Oh, more gears and cogs. Overground station. I can't talk to the guy on the ground. It's the witching hour, so of course the trains aren't running. No escape from the stranger this way. The wagon. Sure. Some wayward cartwright abandoned their wagon here. Beyond it, tenements and a dead end. He's got me hemmed in. The stranger stands with a loose grip on his flintlock. Right then, you ruddy sight, let's get going. We'll need you batting on a full wicket. Shall I let him ragdoll me around East London? He could put a bullet through my heart in a half moment. Now's not the right time to challenge him. Whoa. Let's try it. It's got a 69% chance. Oh, we were successful. See? Let's go. With my stature, I should get the best of him. Still, it's a question of speed and dexterity. I take a big swing at him, but he dodges deftly. Even so, I make it a pass at his handgun. Oh shit. This is so pretty. Whoa. Wow, that's cool. But he swats me away like I was a child. You can't shake me off. I'm not one of your debts. Soldier's cold and steely gaze. He must have seen combat. Scores of bodies like I can't imagine. It's a rictus curse. The blood is hardly pumping in my veins as the fight leaves my body. Fine then, I'll go along willingly. But if I'm to meet my end, please spare me the pain of it. I'm glad we understand each other. Where are you taking me? Success. Oh. Somewhere you'll be more comfortable. I'd rather not suffer any more than I have to, but at some point you'll tell me what you're planning. There's no time for dawdling. Melland, he hasn't a conscience. If it seems like London left you behind, humor me for the evening. Otherwise, I'll deliver the bounty on your head and I won't have wasted any time. Wow. So cool. Your headache rages with a fierce second wind, and every step is a hammer and nail in your psyche. There's so much dialogue, or so much story. It's so cool. Oh, come on. Happy now? Body aches, persistent nausea. From a physical standpoint, I'm barely holding together. Allow me to rephrase. Have you ever been happy? Good question. Well, I can't do that? I can't say that I have, but I've gotten close to it here. Withdrawals. They can muddle our heads and make us weak. Don't worry. You'll feel better soon. Okay, the masked stranger keeps going. Changing area. Towels and bathrobes disarrayed in cubbies. I could change into something more presentable. But I pawned my extra finery to cover the last bender. No regrets. Yeah, crossed out means you don't have something you need to select that option. Oh, okay, cool. No point using this room without any more presentable vines to change into. Wait, what was the vines? Clothes. Okay. What is it? A bathhouse? Oh. Steaming bath awaits your tired bones. Wouldn't it be good to get cleaned up? Yes. For sure. Oh. How about not smelling like vomit and cane rats? We shan't offend the ladies. True. Imagine offending the ladies, am I right? Let us not tarry. The sooner we ask for permission to enter the Lotus, the better. We shan't offend the ladies. It's true. Centaur bouncer. Oh shit, it's a centaur. Oh, you can zoom in. That's amazing. The centaur leers, his misshapen chin a shelf for his cigarette, jutting from a jangle of bad teeth. Good evening, sir. We'd like to gain admittance. He glances at the stranger, but fixes his eyes on me instead. Let the cow pie speak. Looks like he's got some quarrel with yours truly. No quarrel, just here for the lotus. Is that so? We're here for the lotus, nothing more. Not buying it. This one's got a screwed up fizz. What's the matter, eh? Did somebody forget to mech out your stall this morning? I smile as condescendingly as possible. Something wrong with your sniffer, I expect. I need a pretty little ring through it, eh, heifer? Heifer? A specifically hateful slur for a minotaur. Heifer. We'd like a luxury booth, best in the house. The damage is done. He called me a heifer. Surely it's not the incense I'm smelling. It's the horseshit spilling out of your manky mouth, which you better shut before I swell it shut for you. It's quite a vocabulary, but it won't matter once Bixby shows up. Bixby, aye? Well, we'll see about that. He'll be making his rounds any minute. This guy? Please ban Mario. Out trots Mr. Browncoat, surely come to see what the fuss is all about. He wears a long-faced countenance, a gold pocket watch, and a lavender-tinted pince-nez on his aquiline nose. Eyeglasses. Despite his careful preening, the turbulence of a life lived in the margins shows on his face. Hello, hello. What do we have here? I'm not even started my rounds, and already there's a scuffle in the foyer. Sorry there, Bixby, but the bouncers are saying how minotaurs are no longer welcome in your fine establishment. Bixby is a good name. Sorry there, Bixby. And why not? A minotaur is welcome here like any other customer. Oh, yes, I'm sorry, Mr. Browncoat. I should have known. We'll talk about this later. As you can see, there are clients to entertain. Bixby darts a disapproving look at the bouncer. I suppose good help is hard to find, but rest assured you'll have a private booth and bottomless hot tea on the house. Now, gents, let us away to the lotus. Let us away. Whoa. Had to chew some ice real quick. Right quick. Bixby ushers you through the door and leads the way down the back stairs, a stranger on your heels like a stubborn shadow. The red lotus is draped in a haze of pale smoke, dotted with flickering candles and incense glowing like cinders in the night. The smell of burning opium is dark and rich, like a bunch of floral biscuits with a sharp afterbite. The pale red glow from the Chinese lanterns paints the space in perpetual twilight. It's easy to lose track of time within these walls, whiling away your days in a blissful waking dream. This is so sick. We grooving? Get into the red lotus. What's that gear clattering racket? Look, it's Robo from Chrono Trigger. A jet of steam cuts through the quiet of the den. What a curious machine. I wonder how it works. It's got an arsenal heart drum. That's a top flight boiler. Ball and socket legs and pressurized feet. There's nothing run-of-the-mill about it. Sorry there, didn't mean to startle you. Off it goes, heading for the private section. Oh, where'd that masked stranger get off to? The floor pit has benches with tufted upholstery and pillows costing a halfpenny an hour. It's so late that most of the patrons have gone to sleep. Just before the sunup is the only time the Red Lotus is empty. Huh. I like being in the building, in the place. It's so cool. Sticks of heady incense waft in the air. Oh, is this the guy? It's not. Opiomaniac. A sleeping poppy head is draped over a mattress in a corner, drooling idly onto his shirt. He's using opium for fun. Fancy that, an errant wallet is poking out in the corner of his slacks. Yearns to be free. My hands are feeling a little shaky. I don't want to mess with him, dude. Sleeping gents. Two workmen blissfully free of the waking world. And when they wake, I should hope they'll be refreshed. True. Bookshelf. Sturdy yet musty old bookshelf. Spine so such a bunch of titles. Oh, one of them's opium. A book about opium. Can't say I've ever done opium. What? Dwarf and automation. The dwarf. Evening, stranger. The dwarf has a warm and amiable look with a set of crystal blue eyes, sharply intelligent, and a red mustache that is so full it could crawl off his face and build a cocoon. His beard is elegantly braided in the common style. I finger the brass rings of my own goatee, which is coarse and stringy by comparison. How do you do? Hard to say. Once I've had a fix, I'll be more clear-headed. I know the feeling. Name's Theodore Redgrave, Brotherhood of Boffins. Most just call me Teddy. Your automaton. Has it got a name? This here is Otto. Perfectly friendly he is, if a little odd. Stands to reason, though. Who among us isn't a little odd? Stands to reason. Makes sense. Struth, if I've ever heard it. What can I call you, sir? Atticus Daly. Teddy pats the automaton with his fat paw. Mr. Daly, from the both of us, it's a pleasure. Otto's gonna need some tweaks before the brawls, but we'll have him fit as a fiddle by then. Brawls? You must mean the pit fights. Unsanctioned sparring events, okay. Aye, the werewolf pits to be precise. See, I'm a hunter of fell beast and monster. After the pit fights, those outlaws are all tatterdemalion. Much easier to take in for a bounty. Only 3 days here, the moon is full-bellied. Better have a good mind to who you're betting on. I've been to a fair share, good for a wager or two. Getting poppied with the boys. Excuse me. Ah, yes, the pit fights I've been to my fair share, good for a wager or two. Bully, I just knew you were a man of culture. And that's on top of having the kind of stature I look for in a cove, eager to be on my docket while I'm partaking in pit fights. Okay. Fetching offer, but I can't commit just yet. Besides, the stranger wouldn't want me to be led astray by such endeavors. He strikes me as the kind of fellow who'd cross oceans and deserts while giving chase to his quarry. Wait a moment, if I had a little scrap to sell, would you be interested? Sure. These cogs are worth a bit of sterling. Sell them. Nice. Pleasure doing business. Take care, Teddy. Good guy. I like Teddy. He's a good guy. Another gentle customer on the journey to the land of Nod. Another chicken asking to get plucked. Yeah, let's pick his pockets. Come on, give me a good one. Oh, no! When he decides to turn over, I've got my hand buried in his jacket pocket and can't quite draw it out in time. He raises his eyelids with glacial slowness as if lifting 100 weight of potatoes. Oh no! He seems to blearily regard me for several awkward moments, but then sinks again into his slumber. Perhaps I'm not the deft hand I used to be. Huh. Teddy is great. Lattice wooden screens and high-backed seating provide some comfort and privacy for those that can afford it. The booths are made of luxurious calf leather. Calf leather, my poor brothers and sisters, skinned for a creature comfort. The leather is well oiled and plush with dimpled riveting. Delicate china and exclusive menus of the den's offerings are available here for those of a more discerning taste. Seems I'm in for a treat on the account of the stranger's pocketbook, as fat as the Christmas goose. Let's show a little restraint. Still, I'd like to know what its motive is. Why invite me here? He could have already killed me and collected my bounty, but he didn't. I guess I should hear him out. You're so cogged, brother. Worth seeing what he's after. Infuriating, but I can't keep the crone from intruding. Nevertheless, the stranger is waiting on me. Okay. The menu is embossed with an array of oral morphines, liquid and powder cocaines, and all manner of midnight oil. Teddy seems to be an interesting chap, and the automaton is quite something, isn't it? Bugger the small talk. Why'd you bring me here? We've got plenty of time for explanations. Why don't we start with a sample of some of the den's wares? We're doing drugs? Now we're talking. Perhaps this fellow's not so bad after all. With so many dear poisonous variations, it's hard to decide what will hit the spot. I must say I'm impressed with your discretion. I would have thought just any fix would do. Drugs are great, says Pellamore last name. I love that. You're just greasing the wheels for whatever it is you want from me. Thanks, I suppose, but I know it's not from the kindness of your heart. We'll see if you sing the same tune when it's said and done. Now then, while you think about the entree, I'll prepare the appetizer. He takes a small tablet out of his shirt sleeve, cracks it in half, and drops it in my teacup. The other half goes into his own. Can't expect me to drink that. Half and half, an equal dose. I wouldn't kill us both, now would I? Let's drink it. Well then, cheers to not killing anyone. The drug tea restores my spirit instantly. It took me ages to perfect this remedy. With this new blend, that ghastly, teeth-gnashing anxiety's gone, leaving just the euphoria. Seems the stranger's no stranger to drugs. The pain of my withdrawals are all but absent now. And for the main course, how about White Wind Elation? You must be fond of that one. His lighthearted confidence seems like a front. I get the feeling he knows you better than he's letting on. Any sort of psychic barrier is useless. The bothersome hag won't leave me be, and here I am face to face with a telepath. Enough of this facade. Not only did you pick my local place, but you pretend you suggest my favorite blend like it was a lucky guess. I know, a little something about you, it's true. But it's part and parcel to my profession. I keep tabs on people who pique my interest. How have you been tracking me? It wasn't all that difficult. You only have a few haunts. On with it then. You've tried my patience long enough. Very well. I already know of your life as a roughneck and a panhandling mage. But what about before that? What about Sacred Heart? Oh shit. Pink Floyd intensifies. It was where I grew up before I looted the nun's coffer and took to the streets. I gathered as much. What I'm not sure about is your parents. All I really have are guesses. Characters gain the retrospective trait and will now be able to select dialogue options that require this trait. Oh, cool. My mother likely gave me up because she couldn't pay my keep. And I suppose my father either died or walked out. I spilled my water a little bit. Oops. Can't say for sure, but it's too bloody unpleasant to think about. If the memory's there, we can call it back gently. This fellow's lost his mind. Something occurred at the Sacred Heart that you've forgotten. With the help of an opium dream, you might recall the details that will lead to your mother. Lead me to her gravesite, you mean? What would that accomplish? Lead me to, yeah. On the contrary, I believe she's alive. Her name came upon a ledger at the Bethnal House. What is that? Private mental hospital in Bethnal Green. I've seen my share of swindlers, but this takes a cake. Just humor me for a moment. Matilda, is of course her given name, but how about her family name? If I ever knew it, there's no chance in Hades I remember it now. But if you could recall Matilda's family name, and it's on record at the orphanage and matches a ledger at Bethnal House, you could prove her identity at the hospital and by claiming kinship, set her free. That means digging up the memories of the Sacred Heart. Not exactly how I thought the night would unfold. Oh. She's forgotten me if she's still alive. I don't mean to sway your opinion, but unless you can think back to those troubling times, then you won't be worth more than the price on your head. A bounty I'm assuming you'd be happy to collect? That's right, albeit less desirable. It's another way to ensure that I won't have wasted my time. He's offering me a chance to live, but only if I can draw up those memories. So what'll it be? The dream dose and a voyage between the banks of memory, or the death dose and the end of all your days? Well... You take the stranger's offer, eager to lose touch with harsh reality, and for a chance to recall everything that could lead to your mother's whereabouts. Shortly after drifting away from consciousness, you find yourself being enveloped by a miasma of repressed memories. The stranger's recent inquiries remind you of a growing up in the Sacred Heart Orphanage. Auntie Emma's warm embrace suddenly morphs into chilly restraints as remembrance of dooryard scuffles with bellicose orphans resurface. It's as if life's refusing to allow you to seek refuge from tangible hardships, no matter how potent your drug of choice for escapism is. Shit. This place, it's surely a dream, but it's all too familiar. You must find out what the stranger is seeking in your memories. Oh. Okay, oh, so you can get the latest right here. That's kind of nice. 20 cards, okay. Forge ahead, let nothing stomp you. This character has gained the intimidating trait and will now be able to select dialogue options that require that. Okay. Okay, I see. The music and stuff, the audio in this game is very good. Corona hasn't gone. Gather information. Oh, I see. As you play, you'll accumulate humors. When a humor bar is filled, the associated attribute will increase by 1. Each humor is related to an aspect of your being and will increase the more you indulge or exercise that part of you. Oh, I see. A trippy dream world, my fave. That's cool. So I'm gaining level up points. All of these are pretty high, huh? Yeah, what's gonna happen in this dream world? The open arms of the angel were purely symbolic. I never had a home in this dreadful place. I had to grow a thick skin in my younger years, even if it made me more socially impenetrable. Oh, this is the place. The courtyard is nothing but hard-packed sand and scruffy grass. Heloise watches over the children at play. By this time, you were big enough to give as good as you got, and those who wouldn't fight you insulted you with abandon. As the others adapted, I became more isolated. I often thought of running away. Atticus, you'll be 12 years old in a week's time. There's something I need to tell you. What's the difference? I'm getting out of here as soon as I can. Now, Atticus, let's hear what she has to say. It's about your mother. I should have told you sooner, but I didn't know how. I'm sorry, Atticus. I wish I had been more brave. At least you're telling me now, before I quit this place. The day you arrived, there was a ring wrapped up in the blankets. You're old enough to have it now, and your mother left this too. An old piece of parchment, a note from my mother. There's nothing written down, it's a blank piece of paper. The truth will come out in time. I'm sorry I kept this from you for so long. Did she ever come back for me? She came back half a year later and insisted you were her child. She mentioned the note and knew the date that we found you on the steps. But why didn't I go with her? Eloise is coming to that. As your mother signed in at the registry, a horse and buggy drew up outside and there was a terrible shout as someone bowled over the sister at the door. When this fellow burst in, your mother went stiff as a corpse. Could it have been my father? I don't know who he was, but he struck a panic in my heart. There was malice in every step, a twitching, insidious man. He took your mother and she never returned. Get me out of this nightmare. White Wind Elation is never like this. Perhaps you were too young to hear the tale. Hearing this from Heloise heartened me at the time, but it still didn't change the fact that I couldn't stand the Sacred Heart. After I fled the orphanage, I did search for my mother, till I decided there was nothing I could do. Perhaps not then, but this is now. I do be in the dream world, chillin'. I see you recovered from your latest round of fisticuffs. Anything to say for yourself? Sometimes it's like I go blind for a few minutes, and when I wake up I'm crying and cut up and everyone's staring at me and laughing. Increased. Nice. Sometime, you poor child, you've suffered long enough. It's time you learned with your blood what your bloodline is capable of. Another ploy to get me to stay, but I'll be 13 in a few months and then I'm running off for good. Being singled out as a minotaur, always having insults thrown at you, it's terrible. The bright spot is that you have the gift of magic and you can develop your talents if you study the tarot. She fans out the colorful cards. They seem to buzz with an eerie electricity. Look closely at this card, the Magician, a symbol of new beginnings. One arm to the heavens and the other toward the earth. He is a conduit between the spiritual and material realms. The Magician transmutes potential energy from its ethereal state into perceptible forms. These cards are a load of rubbish. Fair enough, I can only show you the door. It is you who must open it. Come on, let's find out how bad she really is. Sounds like a deal of arcane tomfoolery, but go ahead. I had hoped for more enthusiasm. Do go on. Now then, Minotaurs are magical creatures, and like the Magician, you are a conduit. I committed this spell to memory long ago and I can share it, but only if I receive your wholehearted trust. Okay, Heloise, I know you wouldn't lead me astray. I trust you. And I trust you, Atticus, because if my superior should learn of this, I'd never wear the habit again. Now this is a cantrip. You must speak it over and over until it is written across your mind in bold letters. Her voice drops into a strange, low whisper. Sight from the fire, hearing from the aether, smell from the air, and taste from the water, touch down the earth in another form. Aristotle defined 5 senses: sight, smell, touch, taste, and hearing, corresponding to the elements of fire, air, water, earth, and aether. I think I understand, except for that bit about aether. Aether is the energy propelling each heartbeat, the same material in the soul and the consciousness of all blooded creatures. Those with proper training can channel aether into the earthly sphere. Therein lies the power of the cantrip, the ability to transmute energy into the matter. Aether is tied to hearing, so first you must listen. You must learn to listen. You must hear the winds and wiles of the heavens. I see the night is getting on. What about the rest? Oh, try to remember. Let's try. Go. Nice. Nice. I held my hands over the tarot cards and we sat quietly until I heard a voice like an aural mirror, as if the words were backwards. Then I felt my lips moving, and when I opened my eyes, we were breathing the words of the cantrip in unison. The memory cuts to the quick, but at least it's still intact. Well done. Moving right along. Is it time to wake up? I dare say I'm ready for this to be over. We got probably one more, huh? Got one more on him. Footlocker. My bed, right next to Snyder, and here in the footlocker I kept a few trinkets, worthless, a lot of them. Snyder's sleeping. When midnight strikes, I'll be 13. Father Franco keeps the orphanage funds in the private office. That's my ticket out of here. Sneak past Snyder. Nice. See ya, boy. Quiet as a ghost. Now I'd better make the office where they keep the coin. There's enough here to get me started on my own. Pay dirt. I'll put 100 leagues between me and the Sacred Heart. What was that? Sounded like it came from the hallway. The house is roofed. I'd better make my exit. Someone's coming. My only way out is through the window. 20-foot drop from the second story. But I'd rather a twisted ankle than a date with the willow switch. There's a voice in the corridor, then a pale shape that emerges from the shadows. Stealing this money, it hurt the Sacred Heart. We fell behind. We skipped over holidays and knitted clothes for the children. This memory's been twisted by the guilt you felt from it, taking a new shape to prevent this sort of behavior again. Who cares? It was ages ago, and I'll behave however I damn well please. I needed this money. How else would I have made it on my own? The same way that we made it our way without it. But alas, my child, the past is the past, and there's only one way to make it right. Normally, I'd say that drifting into deep sleep would be a merciful release from reliving such memories. Yet something compels me to push on, to be put through the ringer. To face the greatest of foes, myself. I see. When I was young, I thought that the money was the most important thing in life. Now that I am old, I know that it is. Oh, shit. Navigate London as the sharp and savvy courtesan Clara Reed before new crimes and the markings of her past catch up to her and tear her life apart. Oh, we're on chapter 2. Hell yeah. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break really quick. I'll be right back before we start chapter 2. This game's pretty cool. It's a great story. It's very interesting. I haven't had to read a game. I haven't had to read this much content in so long. But yeah, then we'll do this chapter. BRB. Okay. Excuse me. These are great tracks too. We're back. We're gonna play a little bit more. Let's do like 15 minutes or so of this chapter, and then we will probably call it. Maybe play more. We'll see. Navigate London as the sharp and savvy courtesan Clara Reed before new crimes and the markings of her past catch up to her. Tear her life apart. Chapter 2, Lord Silas's Airship. Nice. Clara uses her sharp wit and tact to navigate the perils of London's upper class, but she's haunted by the choices of her past. Will she let those choices hold her back or search for a better future? Oh. She learned to hone her sharp intuition from a young age. One can rarely hope to survive or thrive in a tenuous situation if they haven't learned to listen to their gut. Quick on her feet, quick with her hands, quick to laugh. Yo, what's up, Chill? How we doing, buddy? These are the tools that both disarmed most conflicts and left Clara with enough pep and verve to keep moving forward. Bookish and whip smart since childhood, she took comfort in spending long hours in pursuit of knowledge, a shield against the pressures of the world and a sword against those who sought to control her. A social chameleon by necessity, Clara learned to say exactly what others needed to hear. The right words can topple kings, or at least keep you unperceived for another night. Wow, I'm thinking we should go with tact. Should probably be smart. You can blend in with many social circles. Chill jam. DZ's been jamming everybody, dude. It's been gnarly. I'm groovy. Hope the same's for you and everyone here. Heck yeah, dude. You know what time it is. Such groovy. Revolutionary feats of engineering and shameless displays of wealth. A common sight in London, yet rarely does one come across that which combines technological prowess and financial abundance. Enter Silas's airship, its gilded frame and sheer size literally and figuratively casting a deep shadow over the city slums and wealthy districts. Shafts of sunlight filter through windows that wrap around each of the airship's rooms, bathing them and their occupants in a warm glow. Pipes and polished wooden floors rumble to the spinning of the airship's propellers. You feel like you're standing within a slice of the future. Mario Boo. Nice, got him. Pellet Jam, Wrath Jam. Thanks for the jam. Y'all jamming so hard. Morning already? Can't stay here forever. I still have much to do before I leave London. Good thing Silas already delivered my payment. He was up before me. I wonder if he's still aboard the airship. Take in the atmosphere. Nice. We took it in. A gentle hiss of steam and the churning of metal gears. Silas is in the office, tinkering with some task or another. Yo, what's up, Bosch? My head still aches from all that whiskey he was pouring me last night. Last night was no bed of roses, but it wasn't all bad. At least once I've quit London, I won't have to entertain Silas anymore. Is that you, sweet thing? Up at last, are we? Better get going. Too busy to lay a bed. Oh, shit. Preview. What's up, dude? Are you guys playing a game right now? Another night wearing this perfume will drive me mad, but Silas always gives bigger tips when I wear his gifts. Another dreadful night, or one more day in London. I must choose the lesser evil, I suppose. Yeah, let's take the perfume. We better be on our shit. Preview. Couches. Jump in them. Oh. Phonograph. A similar fabric to the booths in the Velvet Rose, with fewer stains evidently. The only game I'm playing is staring into your eyes. Nice. I love that for us. Kim just said, what the hell? Do I need that? Do I need the crap TV? Are we buying the crab TV? Yes, okay. That's what I said. I said yes. Mother used to play a song with one of these. What was that melody again? Beans everywhere. More Superstar Saga. Holy cannoli. We do need more Superstar Saga. Looks lit. It's a cool TV. What is that thing? The wharf. Oh, a statue. I like this music, though. Terracotta, chipped amethyst. I wonder who stole the original. Traveling trunks. The luggage set is less organized than mine back at the Royal Suite. Like Tenor and Silas, akin to on the outside, but with different sort of discontent in their hearts. Silas Bragg. Fancy a jaunt to St. James for a Finnan Hattie's? Afraid not, my dove. I've a busy schedule today, and my employer at the Rose will be quite cross with me if I'm not in soon. This early in the day? Zeus's beard, she runs a tight ship then. Respectable shops and taverns won't come unshuttered for ages yet, but the dollies are already breaking bread and scrubbing up for the day. No rest for the wicked, as they say. Oh, hell, Riggy, I never answered your message on LinkedIn about the thing. Let me do that now. Oh, great. So it would seem. When would you like to meet again, Lord Bragg? Now, enough of that. It's just Silas for you, my little minx. Lord Bragg, haha. The novelty never wears thin. I pray only that more Cyclops may someday follow in my footsteps and earn Her Majesty's praise. For all his bluster, there are some causes he truly does care about. But to your question, I'm afraid I'll have to get in touch. Busy these coming days, and plenty of irons in the fire. But mark me, I'll send a word to my sweet Miss Clara as soon as I'm free. I'll look forward to it. How's work coming along on the new prosthesis? Wonderfully, I couldn't be happier with it. I can't wait for the public to see it. This will revolutionize the way work is done in our fair city, and play, for that matter, would be launching ahead of schedule at this rate, if only blasted Foreman could do his job. Trouble on the production line. And then some. One factory in particular. They're asking for higher wages, less hours. You know how it is, my sweet. Nothing I haven't said. At length. Christ above, the greed, the laziness. Do they not understand how deeply they're hurting this industry? Slowing us down? Let Silas know your thoughts on the matter. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. They are the backbones of the industry in the end. Perhaps their contentment would increase productivity. Contentment? Why should they not be content? I swear, my sweet, I'm this close to another round of cuts. Let's see them complain about fewer hours when the alternative is none. Freeze them out. See how they'd like to lose their house. Does he honestly believe that any significant number of his workers could afford a house? Perhaps it's just a turn of phrase. I'd best be off. It was wonderfully as always. Don't be a stranger, my dove. Of course not, my dear. I'll be seeing you sooner rather than later, I think. Till then. Okay. To the wharf. To the wharf! Soft light breaks through the dense London fog and falls across the leafing pane of the fishmonger's stalls. This close to the sea, the smog of London is usurped by the salty bite of tidal decay. Fish bones and English waste mingle on the edge of the metropole, coating the stone walls of the quay and cobbles below in a thin foaming slick. Escape is close at hand, and the tawdry cavern, which has been your living tomb, shall be no more, fate willing. When they search for you in the morning, they'll find a little more than an empty room with its door flung wide. Just one more night of this. Whoa! Ah, the nostalgic reek of London's ports. It's a fine day by London standards, quite nearly refreshing. Almost a pity to spend it bustling about, making plans for egress. The action of leaving a place. At least it saves me from the morning strolls with Silas. My musings are cut short by the hacking gasp or cough of a longshoreman somewhere off of ways, hauling his cargo for the day. There's more than enough mawkishness for now. Green Street should be around here somewhere. Speak with a man about a ship. Whoa, cool. The newsboy. Run to the newsboy. Madame, have you heard? Looks, ladies like yourself are being targeted. For now it's sunny, sure, but you'd better tuck in early tonight. Now what is this little poppet yammering about? His concern is genuine, despite the fact that he's slinging newspapers. A bright young capitalist if I ever saw one. The name is Rob, madame, and might as well add the little. Most people think I'm short for a Cyclops, but I'm still growing, honest. Back home at the tenements, I keep track of it with a yardstick taped to the wall. That's an awfully strange way to introduce yourself, even for the East End. Does it trouble you so much that you're a bit smaller than the average Cyclops? I suppose it does, missus. If there was some kind of potion or charm, I could take the take to speed things up, but that's just a dream. I'd better focus on my business. Here's hoping your business grows as well. Oh, speaking of the business, care for the latest blood boiler? I also have a bulletin covering other goings on. Only 1 penny. What is... Sorry, little prince, I've no time for the news of the day. I'm penny pinching. But madame, it concerns you direct-like. There's a killer out and about, and not just your garden variety jackanapes, but a vicious, ungodly one at that. An insult meaning an impudent or conceited person. I've heard of it all already. Hard not to when one's peers are being taken. A brutal spree of recent murders. One the papers are all abuzz about. I don't know why Rago doesn't play cRPGs more. Dude, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm not sure. I've merciful little time left in London Fair, but all the same, perhaps I could ask around about it. I'll not go out of my way to court trouble with this, though I can at least pass whatever I might learn on to one of the girls at the Rose before my egress from London tonight. I think I just don't know if I will have the patience for them. Quite the same. Judging by the rust on its finish, that crane hasn't seen use in a long time. I'm itching my tattoo. It's like almost done healing, so I promise I'm not being mean to it, but it fucking itches. Oi there, don't sway away from me too soon. Name's Glenn Forrester, lieutenant's in the Royal Navy. Critique his uniform. I assumed you were a military man by the uniform, but it's a bit faded, I must say. Well, I thought your manners would measure up to your beauty, but that's what I get for judging a dame by her appearance. Indeed, there's more to a modern woman than meets the eye. Take care now. Not sure how keen he'll be to chat with me now. Oh shit, I think I ruined it. Shuttered till later in the day. Oh, it's closed. Anything down here? Whoa. Centaur Dockhound. The Dockhound has clearly been through it. She must have a rap sheet a mile long. Alright, I'm Clara Reed, an associate of Molly's. Oh, I've never seen you before, and I'm usually good at spotting those who stand out. Any road. I'm Helena Bailey. I don't know why I read it that way. Molly and I used to run together in the old days. It's been some time since we parted ways. Yeah, you and half the crooked women in London, what with the bullfrogs. That don't impress me. Why don't you go bother someone else? I've got stuff to do. Gears and cogs, gears and cogs. I love collecting gears and cogs. Sturdy wire. Fisherman. Hard for one's proverbial sails to catch wind in this city. A sea dog like me is perpetually adrift. A maritime mixing of metaphors, enough to make me seasick. Let me give it a cigarette. Pardon me, sir, but could I borrow a cigarette? I don't see why not. Good for the constitution, you know? Never mind. Thanks for the cigarette. I'm gonna give it to this guy. Felipe Serrano, a regular at the Rose, the wiry young Spaniard, gazes wistfully across the canal. Like most seamen, he carries an esoteric reverence for superstitions, but holds a singular enthusiasm for the unknown that rolls along with the tides. Hark to that, he's in the middle of a song. It's a lovely tune that I recognize from somewhere, but cannot place. Eh, Señorita Clara, buenos dias. Igualmente, mi amigo. Like... My apologies, Clara. Estuve en las nubes. My head was in the cloud. Estuve en las nubes. Head in the clouds indeed. What song were you singing? I was singing? Oh, I had no idea. I only understood a few words, but it sounded passionate. I tilt my head and smile at him a bit. Ay, quizás, quizás. It is a song from Violetta. A troupe was touring in Spain during my last visit home. Just the title of the aria alone spoke to me. De mi volenti spiriti. Sorry. Perfectly describes how full my heart feels. You don't know of the opera. Haven't heard of it. Ah, well, you're missing out, Señorita Clara. Porque es muy hermosa. And he's talking about how full his heart is? Dear me. Who might he have taken up with? Who is she, might I ask? I fear that the devil will yank the rug out from under me if I tell you who. I have rarely been so lucky in love. And she reciprocates? See, because at first she took my money, but last night she did not. She pressed it back into my palm and kissed me. Esto es peligroso para ella. But this is the way it is so often in love. Isn't it, Clara? Ay, Dios mío. When I was walking home, I felt as if the fisherman's words fade as I grapple with what he's revealed. In his line of work, there is a rule that reigns supreme. You always accept payment. Even if her actions are sincere, she has reaped a disservice on all of us. Tupa penniless cobbler. And their payment should be mending your most worn shoes. The price of our company is also our protection, what little we have. When word gets out that a client has become an exception, every Tom, Dick, and Harry assumes they'll be the next one. And so I'd like you to have a Pollock. Pff, on the house. I quash my inner monologues just as he ends his. I haven't the faintest idea why he's offering me this fish. Did I truly drift off for that long? Pollock added to inventory. Ah, gracias? Can you believe this all came up in Thames this morning? The new steamships are such a wonder. He points towards a near bustling net wiggling with fish. My heart is filled with abundance, and now my net is too? It has to be a sign. That's lovely, Felipe. But you said it yourself. The girl may be in danger because of this. Who is she? Lo siento, Senorita Clara. Let the Pollock double as an apology as well. Every seaman here will tell you the fates are fickle, and I cannot tempt them by telling you her name. Not until I have her answer to a very precious question. Yo, what's up, SFP? Precious. He's planning to propose. As they say, only fools rush in. I hope the fates will look kindly upon you. He presses his lips in an anxious smile. By the saints, this is a doomed romance if I've ever seen one. Fisherman's Bride. Raided? Oh, snap. Oh, SFP with the raid. What's up, dude? Sorry, I don't see the raid messages sometimes because of the, I don't know, Twitch. But thanks for the raid, buddy. I hope your stream was good. Thanks, Chill. Let me shout my boy out. SFP's a longtime homie and a great dude. And he plays a lot of games that I've never tried, which is really cool because you get like something different. But thanks, buddy. I hope everything's going well. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. There's a lot of snow here, which has been really exciting. Here's where the steam ferry leaves from. No one around at the moment. Only my reflection in the drab water rivers keep me company. My figure, like my future, is soft and wavering. It fails to settle into a certain shape. Interesting. Cool line. Let's get out of here. It's freaking cold here as well. This is so pretty. I'd better not leave the wharf until I talk to Green Street. Where's that? Who's Green Street? Yesterday it was so cold that my lazy ass didn't go to the gym. Oh, Gears and Cogs. I need those. Gimme. Wharf Engineer. Oh, Green Street's right here. This is Green Street, a Canadian smuggler who endures the brutality of nature and the unforgiving ocean in the name of profit. A Canadian. A pity to have to turn to him for passage across the pond, but my options are rather limited. Miss Reed? Mr. Greenstreet? Satiate my curiosity for a moment. Why do you need me when you have such prestigious bedfellows as Lord Braxton? In my line of work, one learns it is foolish to ask a favor from one's clientele. Very well, I rescind my question. I asked only because a man of his stature could assist with this predicament. Due to the recent import shortage of rubber gum from the Congo, the peelers have been engaging in more thorough dock inspections to keep the demand from reaching an underground market. He shoots me a look while scanning the horizon. The port's usual watchmen refuse my bribe. Either the coppers are paying him better, or they're putting the fear of God in him. He grits his teeth around his pipe. That means changes to our agreement on smuggling you out of here. I'll need a double rate by tomorrow night. That's as generous as I'm willing to get while the constable is breathing down my neck. Constable? Derogatory slang term for a police officer. Constable, dude. Constable, I love that one. I love that one too. I'm gonna take it. Hold on. I'm gonna just grab that. Double. Your initial payment was ludicrous as it was. You're a clever woman. You'll figure something out. I suppose I'll have to. Chin up, Miss Reed. It's not all so dour. Lesser miracles have already happened. My contact pulled through. He takes a leather bifold wallet from his breast pocket. Go on, take a closer look. I untie the leather tassel and reveal the pleated papers. There's even an authentic-looking wax stamp. A new identity, mine for the taking. This alone costs a small fortune. Your tale is you've come to the Dominican of Canada to claim inheritance from your great uncle, who served as a soldier under Napoleon. That's a neat story. With the coup going on in France, any attempts to verify my familial origins would be a nightmare. I'll be taking that back for now. And you're sure they won't be able to tell it's forged? How am I meant to measure its legitimacy? I probably should have checked it out. Suppose you just have to take my word. Greenstreet tucks the documents into his breast pocket. If I'm not here on the docks, then you'll find me at the tavern. Gather up the capital and we'll be ready to leave come dawn. Now that could have gone better. What am I to do? Caught between a rock and a hard place. I turned to Greenstreet because I didn't want to rely on anyone else, but now it seems I have no choice. Who can I ask? I've met many people during my time in London. Tessica? Tessica Lincoln, a dear friend. One of the only things about London I'll miss. It would break my heart to tell her I'm leaving. Best to keep her far away from all this skullduggery. Bad shit. Scrupulous behavior. Clementine Radley, bartender at the Palladium. Best not to tell her I'm leaving. No, but she's good for gossip. Maybe she has a lead on some tin making opportunities. It's reaching -4. Oh my god. What is it here? Let's see. It's 25 here, so it's not as cold. Worth a shot at least. Pretty low for us, though. Molly? Molly O'Malley, leader of the Dockhounds. I ran with her in our bullfrog days. And she was the one who put an end to those days. Far too dangerous to approach unless you've got a death wish. And one of the main reasons I'm leaving London behind in the first place. You wrote this part? Hell yeah. Who else? Dolores? Dolores Chen runs the laundry in the Red Lantern district. The finest fence in London. We've done business before, but she's always treated me right. Maybe time to pay her a visit then. Who else? That's enough to be getting on with, I think. So Dolores Chen in the Red Lantern district. Very cool. This is so neat. Just taking a little trek. Nice little walk. Have you ever played Vampire? I have not. In Source Square, the East End's crossroads of commerce and vice, the medieval cobbles still bear the weight of the modern wheels and footwear. The streets, alleys, and plazas have avoided being pressed into the bilious black of a macadam gracing the lanes across Piccadilly, Kensington, and other wealthy areas. You've heard it said that due to an ongoing trademarks dispute, each individual stone would need to be granted a day in court before its removal to make way for smoother pavement. Source Square's amenities and surroundings attract people of varying mortalities. Even so, the elites of London rarely cross the River Lea, and anything east of Aldgate is commonly held out of bounds. Excuse me. Oh, and then you can go back to the wharf. Pavel's Pinfold. Stew Bum. I think you might like that game. I'll look it up. Sadly, there are a lot of vagrants in this east of London. If I ever met this fella, I can't recall his name. Ah, good day to you, sir. Madam. And who might you be? Call me Clara Reed. Why the woe-begone look? Is something wrong? Well, yes, something is wrong, since he asked. I'm awful dry, m'lady. Parched something fierce. The name's Poe Pickett, by the way. By the by. Don't suppose you could help a man who's down on his luck. Yeah, take 6. I understand what it's like to be at the end of your rope. Here you are, Mr. Pickett. Oh, bless you, ma'am. Okay. Pope Pickett got some money. Wasn't he from the first chapter too? London's solution to vagrants sleeping on the sidewalk. Does this hide the issue or simply cause people to equate vagrants with corpses? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, Cogs. Dude, I love Gears and Cogs. Call me Mr. Gears and Cogs. Stealing it from Mario. Buy a thread. Okay, I see. The butcher. Gavin Dawson, at your service. Any of my choice cuts. Save your money. I'll pass for now. Your choice. Try to give my godforsaken fruit-selling brother a wide berth while you're what? Okay. Poster. The vibes are very immaculate here. Really cozy. Poster encouraging werewolves to report to the containment zones. Poster might as well say London will be safer if werewolves know their place. Face a grim reality. Full moon, daytime, those people hardly escape prejudice. That's sad. How about that? Produce cart. Wait, costermonger. Find fruits and vegetables. Purchase fruit. Eye-catching fare indeed. Wonder if it tastes just as great. This one's suitably ripe. I'd wager so. Okay, so I keep buying food and stuff, but should I watch what I have? I have 12 pence and a shilling. There are 20 shillings in a pound. Oh, I see. My money. Got a goofy lot of stuff. The message is about as subtle as a giant hammer. Human beings are being replaced by machines to profit off the ruling class and to the detriment of everyone else. Just like real life. This is very cool. Howdy. Ah, the bell jar. What this? Neptune. Ghastly. Who would ever imagine such a scene? The poor horse. I would expect this kind of thing in Paris. It seems out of place here. Interesting. Oh, it's getting rocked, isn't it? Yeah, let's go in the bell jar. On the outside, the Bell Jar Hotel looks like the rest of grimy Source Square, but once you step inside, you might not believe the splendor. The interiors boast red-carpeted hallways and spiraling stairs with gilded banisters, and bellhops are dressed to the nines with white silk shirts and swallowtail suit coats by Poole & Co. Nobody knows for sure who owns the building, but the rumors point to royal blood. In contrast to the East End city streets, the Bell Jar's accommodations are noticeably upscale. Like the oblong vessel it was named after, the hotel offers a vacuum of discretion for high society individuals seeking a plush locale away from Soho or Kensington, where they might otherwise be recognized. Whoa. Oh, did I just leave? Oops. We'll check this place out and then I think we'll call. We'll move on. I don't know if I'm going to play something else. I guess I could. I've really enjoyed this. I've never played anything like this before, so it's been really interesting. On the outside, the bell... Oh, yeah, we read that. Loose coin seems like someone's got a hole in their pocket. Thank you. I love finding treasure. Water feature. Bell Jar's water feature, elegant and calming. Must have cost a fortune. Yeah, probably. Hello. Tea service. Let's go. Give me some tea. A real silver tea service. I prefer coffee, but I quickly learned to keep that to myself in London. Yeah, I don't know why. If I've learned anything, it's like English people drink lots of tea and they don't drink as much coffee. Can't relate. The royal suite. We're just going deeper and deeper here. Mahogany and gold trim trails along the wallpaper, and paintings and fixtures are hung so high that they're an absolute nightmare for the maids to dust. The electrical lamps are out in the forefront of technical design, retrofitted to the oil lamp sockets of old, and the high ceilings make for an airy ambience where style is favored over substance. Your telescope and other homespun necessities clash with the ornate decorations of the suite. With your clientele, including Tenor Cunningham, of seemingly bottomless pockets, you can well afford the monthly rate. The suite is as temporary a residence as any you've ever had since you left America, allowing for an escape from the chaos of London, while at the same time never feeling exactly like home. Oh. More tea? Let's double up. Porcelain set. Perhaps I have to make myself a cup. Yes, when in Rome, as they say, but I have yet to find a tea that keeps my nose from wrinkling. How much should I bribe the concierge to provide me with some coffee beans? Payment equivalent to the royal coffers. I almost regret Lord Beresford introducing me to that wicked Ambrosia per his last appointment. The tea's gone cold now, not that it was better when it was hot. Nice little tea break. Oh, a tub. A clawfoot tub. Let's go. If a little garish, there's something about the scroll work and the gilded feet that hits a luxury nail on the head. Drawing a bath takes quite a bit of my time, but maybe it's what I need to soothe my nerves. The spacious tub is the only thing worth the crooked price of this suite. It's the one place where my mind is my own. When I submerge myself past my ears, I feel weightless, like a raindrop in free fall. My big ass bed, the most comfortable and expensive place I've ever slept, worth every penny. Go upstairs. Oh, we can do this too. It's a vanity. Smear's intricate gold inlays would make any maid dusting it want to expire. That said, the low table is perfect for preparing for a night out or a day about London. Take a moment to observe yourself. Frames me quite nicely. Straighten the back, elongate the neck. Good posture is foremost. Looking for the cat. Here somewhere. My brise fan is here. Shall I practice my fan etiquette? Sure. The white silk fan unfurls with a flourish of the wrist. I flick the fan open and quickly snap it closed again. Bastard, the fan curses. I carry the fan in my left hand while daintily fanning my face. I desire to make your acquaintance, the fan says. I close the fan and tap my left ear with its tip. I wish to be rid of you, the fan declares. All finished here. That's very interesting, what we were doing with the fan there. Let's go further up. Holy shit. Oh, a telescope. Whoa. And a writing ball? A state-of-the-art Malling Henson writing ball. Shall I write a practice letter? Perhaps not. A well-loved telescope aims a glossy lens to the heavens. Astronomy suits you as a humble hobby. Look through it. Perhaps turn the scope to the buildings below. What knowledge could I learn from those who think no one is watching? Though tempting, it's ultimately futile. Do I expect a murderer to parade his crimes in front of an open window? Okay, I guess I'll do a practice letter then. My dearest Silas, the quality of food on passenger locomotives is of very low quality. It should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, and I believe that you may be responsible. I greatly admire and respect you. Also, you smell terrible. Please take a bath. Yours, Clara Reed. If only I could send it. This is cool. All packed up and ready to go. If I ever managed to leave. Maybe I could just hide in the biggest trunk and no one would find me. Ah, yes, it's a bit small for a coffin, but I've seen smaller. Okay. The tarot deck. I got sleepy. Have yourself a wonderful evening. Good night, Chill. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Good to see you. Get some good sleep. A deck of tarot cards. Back stateside, they've become high fashion. As to whether they really tell anyone anything, well, flip one. It's the Hanged Man. Should I take this as yet another firm reminder to handle my business and get clear of London? Maybe. Ooh, doo, doo. So I'm just staying at this hotel. This bougie ass place. Oh, a painting. A castle on a hill at sunrise. It calls to mind faraway places, opulence, prestige, pretension. Fancy rook, sure. Genuine Persian, if I'm not mistaken. Interesting. Okay, can we leave? We gotta go to that one place. Holy cannoli. It's a big world out there. This game's pretty crazy, man. Like I said, I don't play games like this, so just to have like this big open world kind of environment, not open world necessarily, but like just so you know, like feels very like you feel like very small in a big world. And it feels very lived in and real, which I like as well. But it really is. It's like a novel game. I mean, it's a game, but it's also a novel. And you have like some kind of influences on what's going to happen or what's happening. I'm curious how long it is too. It's pretty neat. Dance of the Flames in an open air calls to my travels with Romani, where every morning brought fresh air and new vistas. And when our luck ran low, we simply shared what we had instead of squabbling over money. But these folks aren't on a romantic adventure. They're cold and hungry, and camaraderie can only do so much to alleviate troubles like that. Oh, sorry. Go to the wharf. Alright, maybe I'll cut it here, or I'll end it here just because I am getting a little stuck. But, oh my goodness, man. I've just been immersed in this. It's pretty long. Definitely a steal for the price. I love that. $20 is a great price for a game. Especially a game that's essentially, you know, this big, huge game. But pretty long is a good thing to hear. I think I don't need to do this again. So we have a bunch of things. A stiletto. A derringer. We got the cigarette. The Tarlay cigarette. Oh, it's tempting. Oh, a map. Oh, I see. There's the Red Lotus bathhouse. Oh, we can just travel there. Oh, shit. Red Lantern Lane is so named for the color of paper lanterns above the street. Like a carnival, the thinnest veneer of gaudy spectacle conceals a grim reality. Ornate facades, raucous shout-outs, and thousands of different smells all compete for one's attention. It pays to keep a weather eye out for danger in this neighborhood. What are those hunched shadows in the alleyways? Vagrants in need of a warm fire, or a gang of thugs waiting for a mark. Possibly something more sinister and twisted. But in the daytime, at least, you needn't worry about being clubbed from behind or getting snatched by some organ trader's lackeys. A pair of pickpockets working in tandem is the worst you'll encounter as long as the sun is up, and you're far too clever to be duped by such as they. Bowsy. It's a cute name for Bowser. The laundry. No, I want to go to that place that we talked about. I spy with my little eye a path that'll take me to a polluted canal. Slums there aren't exactly a sight for sore eyes. Oh, I see. No wonder most Londoners would rather look in the other way. Oh. Bathhouse. Is that where the other guy is? Red Lantern Lane is full of unseemly sights, and the bathhouse is something of an oasis. Smell of jasmine and sandalwood flow from the entryway, and you're hit with the wave of steam as you step inside. The inviting bathwater calls out to your tired bones. Red wallpaper and bamboo paneling divide the room in portions, and a changing room is lushly appointed for all denominations of clientele. The calming incense is impossible to resist, but be careful with your footings. The floor tiles are slick. A drapery of steam collects along the baseboards and curls up the patterned wallpaper. Let the steam into your lungs with a deep breath. Here you may wash away the discomforts of the day or drown your worries in the libations at the back bar. Wow. Yeah, look, it's here. I'm here. Hot and steamy bath. It'd be lovely to wipe away the grit of the city and relax for a bit. Can I do it even as this character? Feels as though I've washed away my cares along with the grime, at least for the moment. Oh, yeah. My name is Ms. Reed, sir. Right, yeah, sorry, Miss Reed, but females aren't allowed in the dreaming area. And why, pray tell, are women forbidden to enter an opium den? Can't be a concern for our health. Actually, in a manner of speaking, it is. Most of the customers is men, and we don't want them taking advantage of you when you're dreaming. That's fair. Isn't worth my time. This is cool. Okay. I got plus 10 hope out of that shower, which was pretty good. Oh, we can go in the laundry. Dolores Chen's Machine Laundry is a place Londoners like having their clothes, if not their dirty character, washed and ironed. Presentable looks determines fashion and survival. After all, people guard their image and belongings with their lives in a city that robbed them just as well as their reputation, as their pocketbook. Stepping into the laundrette, you're accosted by the reek of laundry sacks. Masking the foul odor is the smell of honeysuckle soap, preferred by Dolores. From behind the counter is a loud rumbling of laundry manglers, mixers, pressers, and steam washers. The heat from the soaker tubs and ironing boards deliver a wave of steam that beads your brow. The men might be refreshed by a pithy chat with the sharp-witted Dolores. Stay as long as needed to make yourself new again, hours of operation permitting. Ah, Dolores Chan. This mannequin gets a lot of use. Hello, Dolores. The indomitable Dolores Chen, a dyed-in-the-wool businesswoman, whether that business is above board or below it. Good day to you too, Dolores. Oh, well, if it isn't the illustrious Clara Reed, what wonderful deed have I done to be deserving of your presence? Don't go wasting your charm on me, missy. It won't do no good. Dolores has customers from a range of social classes, but I've heard she gives all of them an equal dose of attitude. Dolores is looking a bit frayed around the edges. Must be something big. In the normal course of things, she'd never let it show. What's the matter? I can tell something's got you on edge. Don't bother. I can see you want something, plain as day. Let every woman look at her own problems. Oh, I'm gonna get her to open up. Do it. Go. Ah! Please, you know you can talk to me. I'm an old bullfrog girl. I'd sooner cut off my own nose than peach on a friend. Anyway, I can read on your face that it's not any kind of legal trouble. Actually, I'd best handle it on my own, doll. You're not as slick as you used to be. Can't let this chance slip away. You and I both know if you can handle it on your own, you'd have done so already, Dolores. You're right that I want something. Why don't we help each other? Alright, fine. I need more graft to get the bobbies off my back. I sell the swag that Molly's Thieves is lifting, only it ain't coming in like it used to these days, and now every night I've got a constable at the door crying wicked threats. Anybody knows Dolores is a fence for Molly and the hounds. She sews hidden pockets in the dockhounds' uniform so they can hit the stores in Kensington. The bobbies turn a blind eye because they get the hush money. Until now, it seems. So you need me to find out why deliveries have dried up? That's right. Maybe I was wrong about you losing your touch. I want you to find good old Carlisle. I don't know why I said good. Carlisle McGrady. He keeps the orphans in line for Molly. Might be he needs reminding of the mutual part of our mutually beneficial arrangement. I don't know the name, but I know the type. A ladsman. One who might be getting too big for his breeches. There are a lot of ladsmen in the city, Dolores. How might I find this McGrady? Oh, he fancies himself a dandy, wears an orange cravat and topper, carries a blackjack. A what? Concealable bludgeoning weapon, a top hat. I've seen what damage a blackjack might do close at hand, but now's not the time for unpleasant memories. Do that for me, and I'll see about getting you what you need. If Dolores is having cash flow problems, it's no good asking her for the money that I need, but she's got connections. Maybe she can help me in another way. I need you to get some new papers for me. Oh, now that is something I can help with. No better than to ask why you want them either. You get Peter Kipling off my back and you'll walk away a new woman. Dolores is shrewd, but she'll be as tight-lipped with my secrets as she is with her own. I can trust her. Thanks. Yes, you'll find the lad's been loitering above the sewer square if he ain't in the sewers. Now off with you. Excellent. Okay. What else you got in here? Anything going on? The knitting machines. Something wrong here. Is it poor form to fiddle about without asking? Look right there. Stray gear from another machine has fallen and jammed in the mechanism. Oh, got a cog. Hung sheets. Dolores can make even the filthiest stain disappear. I wonder if she does the same with secrets. Dang, my first big quest on the Riggy 2K3 screen. Dude, this is awesome. About to cause some mayhem here. Some of these dresses look a bit like Ariana's. I'm Ariana Grande base pilled. Let's see. This is cool as hell, Bella. What does this means a lot to you? It's awesome. I can't wait to play more. Let's go to Teddy's workshop now. I keep saying that I'm gonna stop, but I should. I do believe this is the home of Teddy Redgrave. Got me out of a bind during the Frobisher case. Let's knock. No response. He must be out. Oh, never mind. Gears and cogs. Let's go. Thank you. Hey, thank you. Oh, wow. Wow, there's so many places to go. Okay, no, we'll save. We'll save. Save here. Oh, it auto saves. That's nice. And we're gonna call it here. How do we go to the? Can we go to the title screen? My save was less than a minute ago. Ooh. I'm so glad you want to keep going. Yeah, this is great. This is great. Oh my goodness. I've done more speaking in the last hour and a half than I have in a while. Just have a lot of reading. I'm not a big. It's new to me, and like that's the thing I think with this genre that keeps me away from it is that I'm just like not. But I kept my focus. This was really cool. Thank you for your work on this, and then also like the hype of everybody getting to play it is super fun. I'm excited to see more of it myself. I'm excited to see Mario play more and Salt play more, of course. But yeah, very cool. Gonna